Listen, if you're an online coach or consultant and you're not targeting the most wealthy people that you can with your services, you are making one of the biggest mistakes in 2025, hands down. Because let's be real for a second, right? If you're charging high ticket prices for your services and your audience can't afford high ticket prices, you're just going to be in a cycle of undercharging, over delivering, and burning yourself out. Don't worry, by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to position yourself in front of high net worth clients who actually want to pay premium prices. Hi, I'm Freddie, and I help online coaches, consultants, or existing business owners launch or scale a mentorship program online and help them get to at least $50,000 per month in 6 months or less. So here's the hard truth, okay? If you're not making it a priority to sell your coaching services to the richest people that you can, you're setting yourself up for long-term struggle, right? A lot of coaches and consultants think, I just need to get more leads, right? But that's not the real problem. The real problem is who you're actually targeting, okay? You often hear, I'd rather have 1,000 highly engaged targeted followers than 100,000 untargeted, unengaged followers. All right, and it's completely true. Trust me. All right, if you're trying to sell high ticket offers, right, to people who are price sensitive, people who hesitate on every single dollar, who need weeks to think about it, right, you're constantly going to be fighting an uphill battle. Right? You'll always be justifying your prices and you'll always be negotiating. And let's be honest, it's just exhausting, right? There's nothing wrong with people that are in some kind of financial struggle or in a bad financial time, right? But a lot of the time, especially if you're offering a direct financial ROI with your mentorship, people that have a wealthy mindset and a rich person's mindset will find a way to be resourceful and get into your program with the idea that they're going to make a return. Okay, obviously your program has to be valuable enough to demand that kind of authority, but you get what I mean. Now, when I say target rich people, okay, some of you immediately think, or some of you will immediately think, oh, it just means like people with lots of money, right? But that's not it. Right? Wealthy clients, it's not just the amount of money in their bank account, it's actually a mindset, right? They think differently, not just about money, but about time and value compared to the average person. See, the average person will always look for the cheapest option, right? They always think, oh, well, I can get it cheaper. I can do no matter how you kind of explain it to them, okay? And again, this is not to bash the average person, okay? Everyone, you know, has times where they need to be smart with their money, they need to save it, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to target those people, right? There will be other options and other things that they can try and maybe still see results. But if you're trying to provide the best results, right, you need to be charging high ticket and high prices, and only people that are going to be paying those high prices are people with a wealthy mindset. Okay, so average people, no matter how you explain to them, right? I've been on plenty of sales calls where explain to them, okay, well, the price is what you pay today, right? But the cost is what you're actually going to be paying across the rest of your lifetime or until you, however long it takes for you to achieve that goal yourself, for you to achieve the goal that you want. Okay, so if you think about that compared to the actual price that you pay today, it'll probably be 10, 100, 1,000 times more than if you just take the action today and make the uncomfortable decision today. But some people, trust me, if they don't have the money, they don't have the money, right? It's not something that you can force them to have. But even then, the mindset is a big thing as well. I've been on calls with people that actually are in fortunate positions to even pay probably 10 times more than what my client's ticket price is. But if they don't have the mindset of, oh yeah, I'm actually going to be paying for something that's not just cheap, right? I'm not trying to look for the cheapest option. I'm trying to look for the best option. And if you explain it to someone that doesn't have a wealthy mindset, they won't get it, right? And that's exactly who you don't want to target, especially in your marketing, your top of funnel content. Okay, The great thing about a lot of sales funnels, especially if it's a well built out one, okay, is when it comes to the quality of the people on the sales call, it typically comes from the top of funnel. Okay. If you keep getting bad quality people on your sales calls, right, compared to what you're actually trying to sell, it's something to do with the top of funnel, right? Somewhere above the bottom of funnel or the sales call level, there was something that went wrong. There was a error in the messaging, an error in the, you know, the way that you come across. Okay, so if you come across as someone that has premium services and is an authority in your niche, you're really not going to have these problems. People are going to literally line up at your door, your hypothetical door, to work with you and pay almost any price that you demand, obviously within reason. Okay, so wealthy people, right, instead of always looking for the cheapest option, they'll look for the best option, right? If it's something that is actually going to help them for an actual painful problem that they have. And the key shift, right? This is the key shift. The rich don't actually mind paying more if it saves them time and gets them superior results. Right? That's why they pay so much money for things that will actually help them. Right? They aren't just sitting around comparing prices, trying to get a deal. Right? If they actually have a painful problem, they will be looking for someone who can actually solve their problem as fast as possible. So if you're in a position, right? If you position your business correctly, sorry, not only will you attract people who can afford your services, but also clients who are easier to work with. Why? Because they value time over money. And on top of that, the expectations are not as low as someone who doesn't have a lot of money. Because if you're charging someone almost everything that they have, hopefully you're not doing that, but let's say that is the case, um, they're going to rely on that. They're going to rely on your coaching so much to the point where they don't even think about the things that they actually need to do to get the result that they need to get. They're just going to think, oh, like, why aren't I here yet? Like, every single day, that's all that's going to be clouded in their head. And it's going to affect how well they perform against the actions that you tell them to take to get the result that they want. Okay, so why and how do you actually attract these high net worth clients? All right. How do you actually do it? I'm going to explain exactly how you do it. Okay. So the first thing that you need to do is master your messaging so that it speaks to high level problems. Okay. Stop talking about, for example, if you're teaching people how to get more followers online, stop thinking about, oh, getting more followers or feeling stuck, right? Wealthy people, they don't think like that. They think they're very process driven, they're very much systems driven in their brains, right? Instead, focus on the return on investment, focus on the result. Okay, what's the specific measurable result that they'll get? Okay, will they gain back 10 hours a week? Will they add $100,000 to their bottom line? Will they finally solve a high stakes business challenge? Okay. And number two, your pricing should reflect premium value. If your prices are too low, high net worth clients won't even consider you. Why? Because they associate price with value and credibility. Obviously, there will be some people that have been burned in the past and paying a high price. While it does show that you are credible, right? Especially if you have some case studies, testimonial, social proof, all that stuff, that can still trigger a lot of sales resistance. Okay, so it's not really their fault. It's just the fact that they tried something before and it might not have worked. So you have to really, really focus on explaining to them that, I mean, for example, I like to use this hypothetical scenario like, okay, let's say you meet the love of your life, okay? And let's also say, right? You marry that person, you live with them for the rest of your life. Okay, you guys never break up. You have the best time ever with that person and you have a great life with them. But let's also say that before you met them, you had been in three unsuccessful relationships that ended really, really badly, right? With both of you not ever speaking to each other again. With those, failed relationships, if you had the same mindset that you have now, do you ever feel like you would ever find that one person that you're gonna live with for the rest of your life and spend all those great times together with? And that obviously like puts into perspective that even if, other times, you've been in a bad situation, just going forward and actually doing what's necessary, trying again until you achieve your goal. That's what's going to allow you to actually achieve it much faster than if you just coast around and take breaks every time something goes wrong. Okay, so you need to be pricing in a way that people know, okay, this is going to cost a lot, but like, what am I actually going to get with it? Okay, that's how rich people think. Okay, they don't think instantly. They might think if it's high enough, like if it's a really, really high price, so whatever you think really, really high is, they might think, oh, okay, this does cost a lot of money. But like ultimately, they're gonna think, what am I actually getting for that? Rich people don't think compare on price, they compare on what the actual result is. Okay, if something costs $1,000 and I'm gonna get $5,000 out of it, but I or there's something else that costs $30,000, yeah, I'm gonna get $500,000 out of it. Like it's going to be a lot much of a bigger value proposition for the second option, and you're gonna be it's gonna be a lot easier to sell the second option than the first option, just because the value proposition and the actual value add is there. Okay, so you need to be positioning yourself as the expert in your niche, like someone who can actually deliver elite level results. Okay, this is through social proof. This is through speaking to people that actually believe in things like this. Again, speaking to wealthy people, fixing your messaging. That kind of links back to point one, right? So you need to be positioning yourself, right? Speaking the language of someone that would be the expert in your niche. Okay. And number three is creating content that speaks to action takers. One thing that a lot of coaches and consultants deal with on a regular basis are tire kickers or people that need to think about it, right? And again, like I said before, a lot of stuff when it comes to the bottom of funnel, it usually stems from a mistake that was made higher up in the sales process. So if you if you filter out properly um the quality of leads that come through to your sales funnel, whether it be through the language you speak in your content, the actual visuals and nature of your content, and also your middle of funnel nurture sequences like your emails, your whatever. If that speaks more to action takers, you're going to get more action takers. If you speak more to people that, are just, I like to call them freebie hunters, right? People that just, you know, fiend over free things and just try them and never actually like do anything. A lot of the time they don't even try it, right? For my clients, like we'll have some kind of free training or whatever. We'll implement that for their brand, and we'll kind of follow up with people and be like, "Yo, did you check out the free training? Did you try it? Like, what do you think of it?" I'm telling you, like 80 to 90% of the time, even more, to be honest with you, people don't even check it out. They don't because they don't value free things. They don't. Right? And it's unfortunate that people have that mindset and it keeps them in the position that they're in. But it is what it is, right? You can put whatever you want in a free training or free whatever. But if you're not speaking to action takers, they're not going to take action on it, whether it's free or not. It doesn't matter. Right? If your content is attracting low budget leads, it's because you're creating content that resonates with low budget leads. It's as simple as that. Right? Start using high performance language, right? In your content, videos, posts, emails, whatever. Stop saying how to get started. Instead, start saying how to optimize or how to scale. Because high level clients aren't just looking to start. They've already started. They're action takers. They don't need someone to tell them to start in order to do something that they want to do, right? They're only going to be looking to improve on something that they're already doing, right? To get there faster. Okay, so imagine this, right? Instead of chasing Low ticket clients, you have a steady flow of high value leads coming to you, right? People who respect your time and don't haggle over price and are ready to take action now, right? This is exactly what I help my clients build: an ecosystem that attracts, nurtures, and converts high net worth clients on autopilot without needing to spend hours in their own DMs or running complicated ad funnels. Okay, so if you're serious, a serious coach or consultant, and you're looking to scale your business this year, right, book a call with me using the link in the description. I'll personally walk you through how this all works. And if it's a good fit, I'll show you exactly how you can implement it into your business. Okay, but listen, this is only for business owners who are ready to, who are already generating revenue and are ready to add at least $50,000 or more to their online mentorship program revenue in the next 6 months or less. All right, if that's you, book a call and let's make it happen. All right. And also, if you want a high level breakdown of how I took my client Anya from making $600 a month selling low ticket subscriptions to then generating over $24,000 in revenue in 30 days without spending a single penny on paid ads, I have a link to that video for free in my description as well. All right, be an action taker, check that out. I'm not asking you to buy